Don't need glue and adhesives. I don't need rawhide. I don't need sinew. I don't need anything in that aspect of binding to essentially drop a blade in, wedge lock it in place, and then get it into action. All right. Perfect. So I'm going through my old Bushman blades and I'm giving them a resharpening. And one of the things that sometimes I carry, sometimes I don't, is my wedge lock handle. If you're not familiar with what a wedge locked handle is, more importantly its versatility, let me show you what's happening. So this right here is my wedge lock handle. And any of my Bushman blades can go in that handle. Whether it's for cutting, whether it's for scraping, will fit in this antler handle. And I can also drop any numerous size kind of like rough flat pieces for scraping because this handle recess is big. It's a nice wide piece of whitetail, rounded on the end, and then just ground out. And it really takes all sorts of blades and different sort of tools that I can put in the handle. I don't want to glue these in because I like to use my Bushman blades sometimes just as the blades themselves. So how do I lock these into place without gluing them, without using rawhide, without using sinew? I just wedge lock it. It's real simple. I have a handful of caribou wedges that have been ground down. Different shapes, different sizes. And if I am carrying my Bushman blade kit, usually one or two of these sit right at the bottom. These are the wedges that I'm using. I'm avoiding using wet green woods. I will use wood if I need something. I will use bone. I avoid using stone flakes. Take my handle, pop my blade in there, just like so. Again, it's got that wobble. How do I take that wobble out? As I'm looking down this actual blade, you can see right here, and on the bottom sides, I have my little corners, the rounded corners. Those corners give me the opportunity to take one of these wedges, drop it down into that corner, gently push, take another wedge, and drop it down right there. Give it a few taps, really seating those wedges in there. Good. Now my blade is locked in place by these two little wedges. No glue, no adhesive, no wraps, nothing. And I can squeeze more of them in there. I've got real small ones that sometimes I can plus up on one side or even slide down another. You can go one step further. Let's say you do have cordage. Avoid losing the wedges. Just simply wrap over them. Now you're like, why didn't you just secure the blade with the cordage? Well, it wouldn't seat. Any other handle you make typically is designed specifically for the blade. This handle is designed to kind of fit universally. So I've got my cordage in place. I won't wrap it all the way around there, but you can see just like that, my handle, snug as a bug. I can cut, I can scrape, I can do everything I need to by wedge locking my handle in place. Now, I'm on the move, different task comes up, I can take my cordage off. No issues. And I want to remove my wedges, drop in something more suited for scraping. Pull those guys out, set my wedges down, drop in my new blade. Throw my wedges in there, one there, let's go there. Fuse taps. Oh, did I drop that one? Now, that blade is set perfectly into this handle. This method is just about versatility. Short-term solution to a big project. With this, I can hold it just like that, scrape a hide. I can do some scoring work. Maybe if I'm digging out some bowls, I want a different tip, but still have a cutting edge. Again, I can throw my cordage around there, just like that. But that's one type of blade, easy to drop in my next blade. Still have it nice and tight. It's wedge locked. It's not coming out. Nice and secure. Take off my cordage. No glue, no adhesive. Got it. So when I'm carrying my Bushman blades, it's simply the blades in the little pocket, a little pit pouch. As long as I have my antler handle that is big, it's not gonna fit snugly around there. And I have my wedges, I can wedge lock everything into place. Ultimately taking my Bushman blades, giving myself a nice working handle, and I've solved any problems as far as cutting. But again, I don't need glue and adhesives. I don't need rawhide. I don't need sinew. I don't need anything in that aspect of binding to essentially drop a blade in, wedge lock it in place, and then get it into action. If you are dropping a knife into a handle and it is a little wobbly and you're still planning on gluing it, what I recommend is as you put that initial glue in and it's got that little wave back and forth, drop a little bone wedge, drop an antler wedge, drop a piece of wooden wedge in there that is dried in season. You're gonna get a tighter grip. Now, if you are a practicer of primitive skills or flint napping, the reason why you need to know a wedge lock is simply this. If you're using a bandsaw, if you're using modern tools to cut your grooves and your kind of knocks for dropping your blades in, you shouldn't have any problems. But if you're somebody who's taking those stone tools and you're going out and you're implementing that blade into kind of your survival or your thriving or your backcountry experience, you're not always going to have those tools. You can get tight fits, but if they are a little bit loose, throw a little wedge in there. It's going to give it a little bit better connection. It's not a mechanical connection, but it is still a solid, tight connection that's going to alleviate putting overpressure on all of your pine pitch glue, if that's what you're using to seat your blades in. Before I head on out of here, if you haven't done so yet, do check out my Stonework podcast. It is a podcast dedicated specifically to flint napping, stone tools, artifacts, and the peoples and cultures that spent entire generations making those tools, not just simply to survive, but to truly thrive. Also on my website, donnydust.com, I've initiated my one-on-one virtual training. So if you want one-on-one training, whether you're a first-year napper or a 20-year napper, you can head to my website. I'll put the link down in the description below where you can sign up for a 1-hour virtual class. We can discuss anything, we can practice anything. More importantly, I can demonstrate different techniques or methods or different concepts in flint napping if you're struggling. I cannot tell you how valuable it is for you to sit down and actually see someone, discuss with someone how certain techniques and how certain things are done in flint napping. It will save you quite a bit of time. People are already signing up, but you go on there, you can actually pick your date, your time, when you want to do it, and the stone that you need and the tools that you need is really based on the projects you're looking to achieve. I wish I had this opportunity when I was learning to flint nap decades ago. That is how I wedge lock a blade into a fixed handle, keeping that versatility always an option. Remember this is tools, not trophies. We'll see you in the bush.